Welcome to the break room, everybody listening. Today, me and Thomas got special guests with us. Our boy.
You guys don't know who I am, but you guys will probably after this. It's Julius, aka ojigys as an artist name, but I like to be called by my real name, Julius.
Nice.
Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to come here and spend the time and have a chat. And it's a blessing, bro. Like, it's all a blessing to be here, for real.
Yo,
Word.
we see it the same way. We see it the same way.
Amen.
We love to bring people on here with their own type of thought process. You know, everybody has their own thought process at the end of the day. But, you know, we're in a world where a lot of people conform to other people's thought process more than wonder what their own is. So, you know, I met you. I thought you were a really interesting person. Really cool dude. I'm sure Thomas thinks the same thing.
It's funny, he met me. No, he was talking to the homies at Lost in the Rack. Shout out Jared, Sean, Keith,
Facts.
All
Elo, Preem, everybody, even Angelo. Then we'll make sure I'm not forgetting anybody.
Facts.
But he was there talking with them, and I was just doing the cut. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Him and his other boy, they were just talking to Jared and talking about future things. But I'm not going to spoil the plans.
Right.
But, yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I saw your art at the spot,
Mhm.
and I'm like, yo, this shit's kind of nice. Like, who's this?
Yeah.
No idea knowing it's your shit. And I'm like, yo, I'd actually buy this. Like, this is pretty fire.
Nah, no lie. Yeah. Right before you came in, you know, if we bring somebody in, we got to at least take some type of look at what they do and, you know, their social media, whatever. And this dude, Thomas, was just telling me, like, bro, if I was rich, I would have this in, like, my room.
Yeah, I
Shit.
so would, bro.
Yeah.
This is your work is mad nice.
Nah, bro, thank you.
I like the little detail you put into it. Like, I saw the reel someone posted of, like, unboxing something you sent to them, like a piece of work.
I know what you're talking about. My girl Blue from New York, yo. Blue
And
had
like
the baby.
I just like the little thing like you drew on the outside of the box, like little things like that. Like
Yo, but can I tell you something about that box, though?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I went to Home Depot. No, at first I went to Staples, and they didn't have, like, the correct size. Bro, it's so hard to find boxes. Or maybe I'm just not looking in the right places.
I think you told me that, actually,
I
too.
had to find, like, the right box. Well, I didn't even find the right box. I was going through Staples. I'm like, hey, like, do you guys have boxes set for a canvas that's about, I think it was a 24 by 16 or some shit like that. And you're like, yeah, bro. Bro sends me, like, a fucking moving box. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Like, bro, like, did you not hear what I said?
Right.
Like, but you know, I didn't come crazy. I'm very, like, reserved and respectful. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think you heard what I said, but all right, I'm cool. Take it. So what I did with the box is I ended up, like, just cutting one half of it and folding it over, taking another side of a box, cutting it, and then, like, impromptu just making my own box. Because it's like, I'm not trying to pay extra money to go to, like, or go to the post office, pay extra money for some shit, and then it's like I'm not trying to do all that. So I just impromptu just cut out the measurements. Like, all right, cool. This is exactly gonna fit. You know what I mean?
Gotta
Right.
work with what you got.
Yeah. No, seriously, I'm heavy on that, bro.
Yo, and, bro, I feel like that goes into what I was going to say. Bro, your clips are mad clean. Like, we're trying to get better with our clips ourselves.
What do you mean, like video clips?
Yeah, like on Instagram. You know how they dedicate like a whole
Like
part
little
of your
videos you
feed
do.
to clips and shit now?
yeah. So, like, what do you mean? Like, what video? Like, can you give me an example? Because that one,
Like you okay,
So
besides
let me
that
pull
one,
out my phone right now.
you had one right where like it was the figure and you just kept doing little angles from him and it was like outside, then you put the music in the back with the trees.
yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the 3D thing? I mean, not 3D thing.
It was like like I don't
It
know.
was kind of
clay.
3D.
the clay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really watch a lot of, like, skate videos and stuff like that. So a lot of the shit is kind of like uncut. Just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't think too hard about it. I just kind of feel like what should look right. We'll just get straight to the point, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about just knowing the timing of chopping and cutting. I mean, I'm not super big on video editing, but I know all you need to really know without the crazy, super, like, glitchy editing and all that shit. Just know how to chop and cut. That's it. Like, just know sequencing and know, like, just know your composition. Honestly,
Yeah.
it goes into everything. Once you know your composition and, like, you have your master, like, I don't know how it is in video, but I think it's like once you know your rule of thirds, your master shot, your center shot, some shit like that. Once you know, like, that basic shit, it's easy.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if you're setting up a video where it's like, if you're starting with a rule of thirds here, like, this is right here, then you have this rest of the frame, then your next scene should be the middle, like, center, and then
Right.
your next scene should be You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just learning how to compile and compose your shots. That's really it.
Yeah, no.
Or give us
Thank
a
God.
little lesson there.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like it's like that with everything, you know? You kind of have to just, when you're getting into something, because I know you're the type of guy who's open to a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to try a lot of different things in life. And
Yes.
I'm like that too. And I feel like, in a way, the more I'm able to generalize something or, like, you know, put it in my own words, say it easy, that's when I'm really getting to knowing it more, in a way. How do you feel that you pick things up? Is it like, we actually talked about this last episode with the
Like, what type of learner are you?
Oscar? Yeah.
Oh, I watched that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Not on its whole entire, but I was watching just to get a gist of like, all right, like what's going on here. Got to study what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
week before, you feel me?
Yeah.
Do your homework.
Yeah, have to, man. So I'm a very visual learner.
Yeah.
I learn by like someone else showing me how to do something, not just like telling me. Like you could tell me and I could like pick it up, but I'm more of like, let me see you do it just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just in case.
Like, you ride the bike first, and I'll learn how to do it.
Yeah. So like, for example, how I learned. So back in high school, I always had a knack for like art,
Right.
but I was in AP art, and that's something that you get like selected for and shit like that. But also in the same time, in the midst of that, the same teacher who taught me art was my photography teacher as an elective.
Really?
Yeah. Shout out to Coach A, man. I love that dude. That dude taught me a lot. Anyways,
You always got that one teacher, right?
Yeah.
yo, that was the only few teachers, like only like 3 teachers. But to the point is he was teaching photography, and he was basically like kind of like making it real simple how to like use manual. And the way he showed me, I was like, yo, what? Like over here thinking I'm gonna use math and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, like this, the higher the number, the more you open your frame. The less this number is, the more light you. I'm like, oh, it's that easy. Because yeah, like, all right, cool. Like it's like, so the same thing I taught you in art is the same thing that applies into photography, but except you're using real life scenarios.
That's funny that he said that.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh wow, like Coach A, like that's okay. I got you. Like,
Right.
That's all I need to be said. Like, all right, cool, I got you. Like he goes, so anything else, just let me know and I could help you. But he simplified it, and like for other teachers they would have to spend like 30 minutes, and now he simplified it in like 5 minutes for me.
Facts.
In the most simplest way. I was like, hell yeah, thank you. Like I appreciate it. He goes, so take that and it's gonna apply differently when you're doing film. Like you kind of have to think a little bit more with film, but as opposed to like actual like cameras and stuff like that, it's simple. Like don't overcomplicate your shit. Don't overcomplicate it. It's really easy, my friend. Like,
That's how you got to see it. Like I don't know how many times I talked about this already, but I'm the type of person who was not good at math. I feel like math is more for logical thinkers, like people who just be like, oh, this is that.
yeah.
Boom. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'll see some numbers and I'll be like, start breathing harder and shit.
Start breathing heavy.
Like,
Hold on.
and
Let me roll up my sleeves. Hold on. This
yeah,
it's hot. Like
facts though. And like I learned, I think it was last semester when I was taking math, and I was trying to do it for once instead of like cheating using a website or some shit. And I really learned how important it is, like, to just be like, so I see an equation on the board, and the whole time I'll be like, what the fuck does this mean? Questioning, when I could really just be like, all right, that's what it is. Now what? You feel me?
I'll see when it comes to math and when you put numbers and letters together, I'm like, yo, I'm opting out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out. Like, this is not for me. I'm sorry. That's the only thing. That's the only struggle I have. Like, I didn't have the best teachers when it came to math. As much as they explained it, shit.
Yeah.
The only thing that school really taught me when it came to that shit was like, yo, be friends with everybody.
Word.
Not everybody, but like, be friends with people who you wouldn't expect being friends with.
Yeah.
And those people will help you. Not saying in a cheating way, but
network.
yeah, like you will like. I don't know if you guys believe in like the whole like popular kid. There's this type of kid. There's this type of kid. There's this type of kid. There's that type of kid. Do you believe in that, or was there any
Like different types of kid, different types of groups.
Yeah. Was
Definitely.
there, like,
Yeah, we definitely had different types.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I always made sure I was never the coolest kid, but I was never the like I guess the loser, but I was just kind of in the middle. I just stuck to myself, really.
Yeah.
I just had my 3-4 friends, and that was really it. So
Right.
Yeah, me
I was
too. I can
cool
feel
with
you.
everybody, like, because I had mad family in school. So I had cousins that played in the football team, so they were really deemed the popular kids. So then I had friends that were the regular, like, you know, getting fucking around and shit. We could curse, right?
Yeah.
All right, word. Like the kids that were just fucking around, making trouble, and being class clown. And then I had friends that were really like studious and really about their shit.
Yeah.
And I had friends that were, you know, really deemed as like always got picked on, but like me and them really low key shared some shit. But they were really like the straight A students, so I was cool with them because that one thing we shared. So like I had this one friend who was really like, he's one of my best friends. He moved to North Carolina, and he was a math whiz, bro. Like I'm talking about no bullshit. He had the perfect score on SATs on the math,
What?
bro. No bullshit. Like this kid is fucking smart, and to this day he used to tutor me, and because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got like at least a C.
Right.
Like, but he knew his shit. Like he was in calculus. He knew all this shit for no fucking reason. Like, yo, like
Some people are just gifted at that shit, bro.
Yeah.
it's a blessing because yo, I don't have like my brain literally like
Overflows.
like,
right?
literally like shed tears and shit. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I literally start shedding tears because I'm like, yo, like I don't want to do this shit no more. Like I want to
You just get mad, right?
not mad. I just get frustrated because it's like, yo,
Yeah,
like this shit
frustrated.
is not gonna apply to me. And after this,
At
that
all.
was what I was more like hell bent on.
Right.
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this shit is not like. Am I ever gonna find X to pay my bills? No. Am I ever gonna find like the
Why?
parabola to,
Yeah.
like I'm not building a bridge. Like I'm not doing none of this shit. Like I don't. This does not apply to me. Can I do something else? Like this.
Right.
This is not fucking it.
Do you feel like at this point in your life that you have things you could teach people?
I feel like yes and no. Yes, in terms of what I've learned so far in my journey, and no, because I still have way more to learn and way more to discover on my own.
Yeah.
Therefore, for me to like pass on that knowledge, I love giving off knowledge. I love sharing, like, for example, like people who are starting off in their photography venture, and I like to give them some insight and some like more, you know, pep in their step.
Another perspective.
Yeah, in terms of like what they're going for, what they're trying to do now, and looking like trying to give them the more end in mind mindset than it is, what are you doing? That you're just doing this for X, Y, and Z.
Where speaking of perspective, I wanna learn more like about you, bro. Though
All right.
I wanna ask like where did it begin for you? Like where do you feel like you grew a passion for art? Like yo, you know what? I actually want to try this. I'm gonna pick up the brush and I'm gonna do this.
So, damn.
Like it is a long thing. Is it something you always kept in the back of your head and like put it in the back seat? Like yeah, I'm gonna get to it. But then one day you're like, you know, fuck, I'm gonna really do this shit.
Nah, so all right. I've been the only child. So as an only child, I don't have people to talk to. The most close knit people were really like, I guess, my friends at the time. But even still, like behind when the doors close, you know, I'm really by myself. So a lot of shit has just been more so my childhood has been like in front of the TV, PlayStation, watching cartoons. So, but me watching cartoons, I'm just really like creating this imaginary world in my mind and taking a piece of paper next to me and just like drawing as a kid, like drawing squares and drawing all this, just getting my shit out there.
Yeah.
And I've always been drawing since I was a kid, nothing like crazy anything, but I've always, like I said, I've always been in tune with like just watching Toonami, watching Nickelodeon, watching Cartoon Network, watching Boomerang, watching like anything cartoon, I'm watching it.
So you'd definitely say like the creativity aspect came from like all the movies you would see, the cartoons, like these little things. I definitely see where that came from.
Yeah.
Another thing too, like where did that figure you make? Like what was the inspiration for the figure you make, the iconic one you do?
It just happened naturally. It wasn't even on some like, because I had some shit before it. I was drawing like this little like skull character. He had like a little Scully on it. I used to call him Scully. It's so stupid, but it had to start somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was only because like after high school, I graduated 2014. So like when in that senior year, when I was doing art, I was really learning fundamentals. And then after I graduated, I got into photography that same year. Like I said, it goes back to what I said. I had the same teacher who taught me art and photography.
Hell yeah.
So I
Full circle.
was really like into photography and really like into that aspect of like implementing all the shit that I learned from art and putting it into real life. But I've been doing that shit. I really started taking it serious around 2018, 19, before I got fired from AMC, because that was when I really like had something cemented and really like, all right, I really want to take this concentration and like actually go far, at least see how far I can go with it. Because at the time, I kind of just opted out of photography, not because I was bored of it, but because it's other reasons. But I was like, yo, like I could just like show another side of myself, and I think this will really transition really well because, you know, I could speak this other language over here really good, but it's not really appreciated, and this is just more of a long game. So I could just go here and just really just get back on my fundamental, get back on my rhythm, just work on it, because it's been literally like years since I've like tapped back in on it, and that's really what it is.
Why did you get fired from AMC?
So I don't fucking know. They're gonna say because of a secret shopper. A secret shopper came in and say that, oh, I let him try to give him like a deal or some shit, but in reality, I was actually doing a mural, and while I was doing a mural painting, like that's how New Hell really like became. Like that's why I was like, all right, fuck that, I'm really gonna do this shit.
Yeah. It's a blessing in disguise when you think about it, for real.
No, for real. Like I really like thank God for that type of shit. So I was doing a mural there, and I think it was like borderline kind of finished. I needed to like finish something, and then they like pulled me out and said like, yeah, we gotta let you go. So I'm like, yo, you know, if you guys knew that a week prior the secret shopper came in and all this happened, why would you wait until like I'm barely finished to like now fire me? So the timing of it all looks wild crazy. I'm just letting y'all know right now, but cool. Like I'm good off it. Like I don't want to come back here. I don't want to wait another 3 months to go reapply. Like I'm good. I made my connections. I made my money. I did my bid.
Yeah.
So that's really it. Like I served my purpose here, and that's it. And that really cemented me. Like, you know what? I'm gonna just like sit home. Not say not do nothing, but I'm gonna sit home and actually like get back into get back into the rhythm of drawing every day.
Yeah.
Getting back in the rhythm, getting myself better, and that's literally where I started. Just getting making it make more sense in my craft.
Definitely. Like immersing yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like you have to, bro. Like if you really want to do something, you have to like make a rhythm. You really have to like make a pattern for yourself to you know, practice and do trial and error, because you're not gonna just get good overnight. It's not gonna make sense unless you put the work in.
To.
You know what I'm saying? Like
really want it
put
to.
the hours in.
Why do you feel like people genuinely gravitate to your artwork? Like, do you think it's just like, not to be cocky, but do you think your shit's just that good?
No, I don't think my shit's good. I think I could get better. But I think the reason why people gravitate towards my art is because they themselves have a connection with their own personal lives that I myself I'm not saying, but I'm saying it through my artwork. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like how musical artists, like their output is music, of course, but like you relate to like whoever, like a Drake song, you're like, damn, I felt that bar.
Yeah.
Like I see something in your work and I'm like, damn, like so it just hits me different.
that's what I'm saying. So like it's like I said earlier, like it goes back to like being a only child. So like I don't have people to talk to. So my only way of expression was either writing something, drawing something, or just playing video games. You know what I mean? That was just the only like outlet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I was a dead ass loner, but
before you keep going, what are some like number ones that stick in your head when you look back, like some games and movies that you're like, damn, yo, this shit hits crazy, nostalgia, you feel me?
I actually really wanted to ask that. That's funny.
Bro, I still got my PlayStation. I still got the games. NBA Street 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Need for Speed Most Wanted. Def Jam Fight for New York.
Yes.
SSX Tricky, SmackDown versus Raw. Melee, Smash Bros. Melee.
Yo, Melee is my favorite game ever.
Yo, I lost friends for that shit.
Yo.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember MLB Slugfest 2003?
I remember those games vaguely. That was like a street MLB type thing.
Yeah. You
Okay.
could, like, fight pitchers at the mound. You could like peg people. You could like that game was so fucking wild, but it was so fun. It didn't make no sense, but it was the art of it that made it was just beauty.
Bro, those are the Tony Hawk days. I know you
Pro
played
Skater
the
4
Tony
is my
Hawk.
shit. Pro Skater 4 was my shit, bro. For
facts. But yo, what do you think about the statement, you are what you're around, or you are who you hang around? Because I know you were saying you were always kind of, you know, alone. Not alone, but I'm sure you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more I grow personally, the more that statement becomes true to me, because like if I look at it in like a general sense, like we were talking about again, it's like, bro, if I'm around dudes who are always on the block, like at the corner store outside doing nothing,
You
then that's what I'm gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. You're not gonna do anything constructive with your life. You're not gonna be doing shit. Like, and that's a very true statement. Like, I've been around all types of people, all types of, through photography back in early. So I seen like different walks of life, hang around different walks of life, and I could tell you, bro, like, energy is very contagious, and influencers are very contagious, and whether you choose to believe it or not, excuse me, whether you believe it or not, like that influences your path type shit. So I would rather hang out with people who are doing something constructive with their life. Like right now, I'm with the homies that are opening their own businesses. I have homies that already have a storefront. I already have homies that are legitimately like traveling for fun and doing all this cool shit, and you know what I'm saying? So I like to be around that type of shit. I don't want nothing personally off them, but it's just I like to be around that because I like to see and witness people's growth. Like I love seeing people grow in their field and just be taken aback, because it's like, wow, like I seen you from A to all the way to Z. Like, damn, bro, like you've come such a fucking long ass way. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I love, and I can't wait when it's my turn.
Yeah.
Like I've never hated on that either. I could never hate on someone else's growth. I could never look at someone else's grass and be like, damn, I wish my grass was greener.
Yeah.
It's always like, yo, you're doing well for yourself, bro. Like I know there's a lot of shit probably going on that you're not really speaking on, but from this side, from the outside looking in, bro,
it looks great.
Yeah, like you're doing great, bro. Keep going. Like just keep your head up. Whatever it is, this too shall pass, bro.
Bro, for real. And yo, as a person, like looking at yourself, shit never. I was just thinking about that today. You can never hear or witness your art in the same beauty as another person can.
Yo,
and it's crazy. Cause like, yo, you could make the best song ever and it won't sound like that to you. Or like
someone else would be like, yo, the way you did this, the way you sampled that, yo,
yeah,
the way you came in on this song, yo, the way like, yo, I love every aspect of what you did. Like, yo,
yeah,
no, I feel that, bro. I don't feel that way about my art, and the way how other strangers come and say like, yo, like, what's the message behind your shit? Yo, I really felt this type of way because I'm going through this and going through that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like I really just draw. Like I don't.
Bro, I was with my boy right before this episode, right before we got here. We were talking. I was saying, oh, I gotta meet somebody at 2 because I'm recording, and they were like, you know who you should do? You should do this, nigga. I saw his shit on Instagram. Literally, I swear, bro.
Nah, he's
like,
lying.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He was like, you should do this, nigga. I saw his shit on Instagram. Like, I would really get it tattooed on me, his work.
Damn. That's love, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, people that actually do get my shit tattooed, I'm still taken aback by that type shit.
Oh, I thought that was your tattoo. Is that on you?
No, I don't have any tattoos.
I was like, oh, it's cool. You got yourself tattooed on you. That shows like you're committed. But now you're telling me this is other people?
Bro, there's other people from different states. I don't know these people.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Everything.
How does that feel, bro?
I mean, it's been
Like,
well, it's just like you were saying, right?
Bro, like, you know what's crazy? I think that's kind of like my thing personally, where I just kind of like look at it. I'm just like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Not even on some like disrespectful shit. It's just like, damn, like, I gotta get better.
Yeah.
It's happening, and I'm so great. Like now, I'm getting to more in the frequency and more in the grateful energy, where it's just like, damn, I got to be like actually grateful for what the fuck is happening right now.
Yeah.
There's people that I don't fucking know. Like, I mean, I talked to some of them that are on Instagram, and some of them are actually artists, but majority of them that get my shit tatted, I don't have a fucking clue who they are. I don't know where they're from. I don't know where they reside. I don't know a lick about them. And the fact that they're getting my shit tattooed is like, fuck, I'm doing something, I guess. Like,
Doing something right.
Meanwhile, I'm over here at home, like, fuck, bro, I'm going through main character syndrome.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I gotta get out of my mom's crib. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Like, bro, like, I got so much other shit. Like,
bro,
I'm not really taking into account that, like, yo, like
you're not living in the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're right about that. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's what I'm getting into. I'm like, so to piggyback what you're just saying, what you were asking, like, yo, this shit's kind of fucking crazy. It's like that shit. I don't know. Like, I'm really just taken aback by it. Like, yo, like, you really fuck with me that much. Somebody you don't even fucking know. You fuck with me that much to get my shit permanently on you.
It's gotta mean
and I'm
something.
still like trying to grow the shit. I'm still trying to make sense of it. And you're like, yo, nah, this is it.
Yeah.
You're about to go. Like, they're telling me all this crazy shit. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill, bro, because you don't know me. That's how I'm looking. I'm like, you gotta chill, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I appreciate it. Like, one love, bro. I hope whatever since you got that, you know, they're about to protect you. They're about to like, you know what I'm saying? I believe in that.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the way you look at it too. It's just like you keep saying like, nah, I could do better. It's like you're constantly always trying to outperform yourself. You're in competition with yourself. And I feel like that's what really makes you like Tom Brady's only competing with Tom Brady. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way I feel like you should look at it.
Fuck Tom Brady though.
Oh shit! Okay, fuck Tom Brady.
That's how you feeling? You seem like a Jets fan, bro. You're a really cool dude.
I'm not about to get involved with this conversation.
I
I don't watch football no more, but I used to be an Eagles fan.
Boo.
Yeah, that's cool. I was watching. Listen, before the Eagles where they were today, I was watching Daryl Dawkins fucking German suplex people on the fucking field, and that made me a fan. I said, yeah, I like that.
Nah, yeah,
Wrestling
word.
shit happened on the field. I like it.
Yo, is there, speaking of the Eagles, Philadelphia and shit, are you a city person or are you like an open land type of person, suburbs?
I kind of want to say, you know what's crazy? I feel like I have anxiety when it comes to like being in the city and all. Like I've been in New York a couple times. Not a couple times. I've been a lot of times, and I feel like I think I could do well in the city, but I feel like I could really just be more at peace, just open land, just reserve. Just being able to walk out my door and look at some fucking mountains, maybe just like frolic with the gazelles and shit.
Yeah, word.
You definitely strike me as a type of guy like that. Like 20 minutes, 30 an hour out the city and like have his own little ranch.
Yeah, like I just want to be able to like paint
on your Rick Ross shit with the bulls and shit.
Yo, Rick Ross is my spirit animal, son. Like,
Yo,
I ain't gonna hold you. Like lately he's been my spirit animal, but like like I just feel like open land is cool, but I could deal with some city shit.
You gotta have a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance thing, but I feel like too much people, too much noise is like it overrides me at some point. It's just like, okay, it's too much going on. I kind of want to just be away from people. I don't want to like be bothered. I don't want nobody like doing all this. I don't want to. I don't like it. Like,
yeah,
it gets annoying at some point. You know
what
I mean?
I have I feel like I also have a not low social meter because I could go, especially with practice. You know what I'm saying? But there definitely comes a point where, and I feel like I got this from not being alone because I always had a sister and whatnot, but she was way older than me. So it was kind of
saying that. He's like 10 years older than you.
10 years older than me. So when she was in high school, I was in like 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? So there was that. I felt like I was always, even before I could remember, I was always like a silent type of dude. You know,
really visual.
I'd rather
really see what's going on.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like you really learn more when you shut the fuck up and just watch.
Yeah.
Like you learn more about people. You learn other people's mistakes. You literally learn everything just by watching people.
Yeah.
And just observing the room.
Facts. And I feel like I was kind of I kind of forced myself to do that because I was so damn shy. I couldn't get shit out. So what else is there to do? You know, I'm going to think. I'm going to think and I'm going to look at people. And last episode I did a Jay-Z impression. That's how I'm so good at shit like that because I really just like watch people. Shit, I'm from Marcy. But yeah, it's like I just like watching things. And I feel like that also made me like not in the moment, kind of like I'm just seeing the moment happen right in front of me on the screen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit is not real a lot of times. So it's hard for me to react to things. Like when I was a kid, I used to get Christmas gifts and they would be like, why aren't you excited? But I would be excited as hell like this.
Oh, like on the inside,
you know what I'm saying?
You're
Yeah.
just taking it at face value, but it's like you don't know how to like
express it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say yay. Like I don't know. It's
I used to
just,
find that, I'm not gonna lie, just off you saying that, I don't feel alone because I used to feel like that. I used to question people's like behaviors, like why are we excited for this? Why is everyone acting a certain way for this thing right here? Like I don't see why we should do that.
I'm like that for birthdays.
Yo, I don't like celebrating my own birthday.
People are like,
really?
Like now I get it. Like, you know, I appreciate when people tell me happy birthday, but don't go like do the most for, like, I don't know. I like to be low key.
Happy birthday, bro. Remember that time where we like ducked your face in the cake and like, yeah, Martin came in and shit, like we spilled the cake a little, you know, oh, bro.
You like, yeah, bro.
Time out, cut it.
Yeah, like, shh, bro, chill out, like.
Nah, yeah, I'm not gonna say I hate them, but that shit where people like stop fucking with you because you don't say happy birthday or
that is a mental health problem.
Or like grow up.
Grow up. You gotta stay away from people like that. I can't, bro. If someone doesn't tell me happy birthday, it's like,
it is what it is,
like,
bro.
yeah, it is what it is. Like, I'm not sitting here like, bro, I'm not about to cut you off because you didn't tell me happy birthday. I'm not about to not fuck with you because you didn't tell me happy. I can care fucking less.
Word.
Like,
Hold some grudge or some shit.
yeah, like those type of people are scary. Those
Word.
people are fucking scary to me.
'Cause-
like, why do you feel like that?
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Like, why do you feel like that? You all right? Like, you want to talk about it, bro? Like,
Nah.
what happened?
For real. But like, you know, I get what some people say, like life is short, you gotta appreciate people while you can, but
Ooh, I got something to say. Go ahead. Go.
yeah, no. I was just gonna say, like, it is true, but you know, everybody has a different way of appreciating things while they're here because life is different to everybody. Everybody has a different meaning to life. So
Amen.
how you gonna tell me what I'm doing is wrong because it's not what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So, I want to share a perspective. This video I was watching about this guy who doesn't work a regular job, but he works not remote jobs. He works jobs where you know, he'll go to recreational places. I forget the whole thing, but I'll send you the link. I know his name is Timothy Ward.
Okay.
That sounds a mad professional. That's like a professional ass name. Timothy Ward.
So the guy, he had this video what I watched a couple days ago, and I wanted to, like, since you were talking about people have like a short, you know, life is short. He said the average person lives to about 78 and a half years old, 78, 77, something around that.
Yeah.
So on average, we have about, obviously we all know about the 10,000 hour rule, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he says on average, we have about 420,000 hours left to live. With that being said, that's not a lot of time.
It's not.
That you write that on a piece of paper. That's not a lot. So I'm saying that to say, like, his point was, you know, this life is really fucking short and really fragile. So within this time frame, you know, we could, you know, put things off that we really wanted to do and just to go work this 2 jobs and shit like that. But really, what if, you know, you do that as an example, what if you do that for too long and, you know, and you get to some point in age where it's like you're not really inept to do the thing that you really want to do now because you put that thing to the side to go do this thing, you know, and that kind of got me thinking, like, yeah, like, how do you feel about that ideology? How do y'all feel, like, with me saying that? Like,
it reminds me of this thing that I used to hear from, like, when I used to watch Sopranos and, like, mafia shit. It's this thing called memento mori, and basically it means, like, you have a time left before you die.
Yeah.
And it's like a countdown till you die. So it's always a constant reminder, memento mori. You'll remember, you're going to die soon, so live it up. Or like, you know what I mean? Like that type shit.
And with that being said, it's like, he also brought a point, like, so, you know, you got to keep the end in mind. What do you want to, like, before you die, what do you want to be remembered for? What do you want to leave behind? And that's what I was thinking. To me, that was like, fuck, bro. Like, that's exactly how I've been feeling. Like, for him to say that shit, I was like, I think that's a good perspective to bring up here. And I was kind of holding it for like a whole week. Not when we were talking at the event, I was like, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna bring it up to him. Then I'm just gonna wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Like, you gotta hold it.
Yeah. Not. I was watching it. I was like, damn. Like, that's exactly, like, to keep the end in mind is so important. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up. How do you feel about that? Like, having 420,000 hours left to live.
So
Doesn't sound like a lot.
it doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like it's all about how you choose to live it. Yeah. I feel like questions, like, what am I doing right now? What do I want to leave with, are so important. And more like, before anything, really, I feel like a lot of people need to ask themselves these type of questions more. A lot of people are scared of confronting anything, so it makes it that much harder to confront yourself.
Yeah.
But you can't grow if you're not asking yourself, what do I want to do? How am I going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Everything needs a call to action. Like, people say all these nice things about what they want to do often, and then
They put no action behind it.
yeah, and they blame everything and then be in a bad mood.
When the shit don't work out, but they themselves, like, everything is cause and effect. Like, how do you expect shit to happen if you're not putting that no effort behind it?
Right.
Like, how do you expect, as example, like, how do you expect to be a renowned artist if you're not working on your craft? Like, how do you expect people to take you serious if you don't take yourself fucking serious?
That's a big
any
thing with me.
respective route. Like, how do you, like, if you don't think you're the shit, you ain't gonna be shit to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Type shit. That's just the ideology of shit. Like, and keeping the end in mind, I want to be remembered because I know I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And when I die, what am I gonna have left? I don't want to be remembered for he was a hard worker, he put on the hours in fucking CVS or Amazon or whatever.
Hell
the fuck.
no.
Like,
Or just a number.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, you're just literally the number on Uncle Sam's roster. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So I want to be remembered like, yo, when I die, I want to be remembered for like, yo, like not only was he an artist, but he was like, he helped a community of people. Like, yo, he had landmarks of his statues and people flew out and really got together and he really helped people, that were going through some shit. Really, like his art brought that out of people that don't want to speak about it to other people. He put it into his artwork or so on and so forth. Like he did this, he opened up this building, he opened up that, he did this, that's what I want to be remembered for, at least, because life is short. Like this shit,
It could just go.
yeah, like I could die tomorrow, but at least like I have art left behind and like
Been yourself.
Yeah. Like I want to be remembered for some shit, and I don't want to go out, not like doing something that I didn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole upbringing was very more so like being an artist or being creative wasn't really not as respected, but it wasn't really
Normal or like a reality, right?
yeah. So like take it as an example. Like I could give you a great example. Personally, my mom, shout out to my mother. I love you, Mom.
Shout out Mom Dukes.
Mom Dukes, man. My mom's been a worker since 14 years old, right?
Wow.
And that's crazy. And I admire that because that's wild.
It's
in my
crazy.
opinion, especially like
as hell.
back in like, early days before phones and technology really evolved. Like, yo, we were working since you were 14 up until now, bro. I couldn't imagine like all that. How much is like you had to sacrifice and shit that you could have really done. So it's like I look at that work ethic. I'm like, I could take that same ethic that she has,
Translate it.
and transmute it into something else. Like even so, like my father was a really like creative, even though we don't get along. Or he's not in the picture like that.
Yeah.
But he was a tailor. Like he could make dresses, he could make all this shit. So he really had that creative side in him. Like he could just draw something up.
Nice.
If you asked him to make a fucking suit, he could make it and like bang it out in 3 days.
That's really interesting, man.
Yeah, like he could bang it out, and like that's where I got that creative side. I'm like, all right, I'd rather take my mom's work ethic and take my dad's creativity and put it into something that I know that could transmute it and put it that I know that I could put it into something and that could be really beneficiary to not only myself but for my family, and give them a different perspective, a different paradigm shift of what life really truly is to me. Like it's gonna take me a while, but I know that the payoff is gonna be way wild.
Great. It's great.
You know what I mean?
Do you because I know we were talking about how much more time we all have to live and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you think about death a lot?
Yeah, all the time. I realized that life is fragile, bro. I could literally die in my sleep tonight.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid, you know what I'm saying? God forbid.
Yeah.
But, to me, that keeps me going because that fuels me, because it's like, all right, while I'm here on this earth doing my bid on earth, I'm going to just make pieces. I'm going to, obviously have my experiences, have my fun, but I really want to cement myself as not only, I just want to do something and make myself proud and not just do something that is mundane, boring, and something that doesn't really like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be labeled as, oh yeah, he was just a hard worker.
Yeah, you don't want to look back.
Yeah, he had a cool little house, blah, blah, blah. Like that sounds boring, bro.
You don't want to look back and feel like you wasted your time.
Yeah, like I don't want to look back and be like, damn, I didn't even do the things that I really wanted to do. And that bothers me. Like that genuinely fucking bothers me. Like not being able to do the things that I want to do, or not even working towards the things that I want to do. Like not even like it's
Why? Because you feel like the regret's gonna be much worse than like looking back.
Because it's like, imagine, you know what I'm saying? You okay, for
You're about to go.
Yeah, like imagine you guys are doing the Break Room podcast, right? And you guys put it off for about a year or two because you're not seeing the views, you're not seeing the numbers, or whatever the case. So you guys, end up working some regular shit, and then you guys end up forgetting about it, and then you guys are so caught up into the work life or whatever it is that your other things outside of it that you're trying to do, and you guys have that you guys are in your bed or you guys are in whatever this state of mind where it's like, damn, now what if I really like we continue this shit despite all this bullshit, despite all the obstacles that came to us, like damn, what if we just kept continuing? What would have happened? You know what I'm saying? Who we would have met? What other space we would have had? Or, what other people we could have met from this? Like, there's so many possibilities. There's so many questions that go unanswered. And that leaves that thing in the back of your mind, like, fuck. Like, I should...
Like, what if?
Yeah, and I hate what if.
Yeah.
I hate what if. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't like that. Like, that's the thing that bothered me when I was getting forced to, like, yo, go work this fucking job. Or when I was working a job, I'm like, bro, I could be fucking home right now and fucking banging out these ideas.
Yeah.
I'm over here like letting the ideas fizzle. I got no like post-it notes around me. I got nothing around me to like at least draw or sketch out. Like,
yeah.
Fuck.
So lately you haven't been working?
Nah, so I've been doing some side hustling, which is like Uber and Door Dashing. And I'm not afraid to admit that shit because it's like I prefer that than sitting in an office for 8 hours a day. Because at least like when I'm driving, I could just stop, write some notes down, or I could go back home real quick, draw a sketch out, and then go back out and be like, all right, cool. Like, let me like do this real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all in your own time.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's very easy to get caught up in like the rat race and shit. And like, we only have so many hours, we all have the same 24 hours, but at the same time, like, bro, like on average, after coming home after an 8-hour shift, you only realistically have about 3 to 5 hours to really like get done to do your side hustle or the things you really want to do. Because once you get home, you got to shower, you got to prep your food, or maybe you got to do some laundry or some shit. Bro, that's a lot of fucking time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then you only have about what, like 2-3 hours of fucking sleep, like, and then you got to redo that shit over again. And then I don't know about anyone else, but for me, once I start feeling like I live somewhere, or once I feel like, all right, I feel like I live here, I opt out.
Yeah, I don't like to be controlled by things.
Yeah, I seen this post. It was like, how are you gonna work 8 to 10-hour shifts but not go home and do your own side hustle? Like, how are you putting in more work for someone else's business but not your own shit? Yeah,
and it's like you don't even have enough time. Like, you only have about like barely 5 hours. Like, if you get your shit done, you can probably have like 4.5 hours, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But that's not enough time because you just kind of like, it's like 10% really what you're trying to grow, and then you're really putting like 90% of someone else's shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's not a fair trade-off.
Yeah. I want to change like the tone of this a little bit, and I'm very curious to ask like the business aspect of being like an artist. So what's that like? Like when you sell some of your work, do you plan in your head like, okay, I'm gonna make X amount of these and then I'm gonna sell? Like, how does it work? Do you make one-on-ones? Like,
so I used to care about trying to sell people shit, and then I realized up until the point I'm like, I kind of want to just do this thing. So there's this term in art and APR where it's called I want to say it's concentration, but I know there's another one,
like the flow state.
No. We'll get into that one. But no, concentration is basically just doing this one subject but in different mediums. But my meaning of it is like my concentration is really doing this and doing multiple pieces of it and growing with it and like getting better with my penmanship, getting better than my artistic style, getting better just overall in every aspect of that realm I'm trying to focus on. So when I was making money off of it, I was doing commissions for other people, whether it was like covers, whether it was flyers and shit like that. And then I realized at some point I was like, all right, I don't mind doing it, but the only thing I kind of don't like doing is politicking back and forth. So it's like, I always ran into mostly like, I had a lot of good clientele, don't get me wrong.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that, politicking?
Like you mean doing like the sale of it, like the business?
Yeah, like
oh, this
to
is
get
the
people
price.
to like see your worth and trying to get people to like, yo, like this is my price, this is that.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Is that why you think there's like these galleries in a sense?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, like I'm gonna give you an example, like Cause or you know George Condo.
Yeah.
George Condo. I'm a fan of his art. He is someone who hires a gallery to do the business for them. He just does the work, and the gallery will be like, okay, this is your work. This is what you want to put out. Okay, cool. We'll put it on display. We'll handle the back end.
Yeah.
You just do your work. We'll handle the back end. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like maybe you'd be interested in.
That would be awesome.
That's the thing. That's how it works
Galleries
for like the big artists.
Yeah,
but
galleries are kind of sketchy though.
yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Like it's just like
they fuck a lot of like artists though. Like some galleries will like They're like, yeah, we get your shit up there, but you know, we'll take in like 60 and you get 40.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
thing.
but that's the thing. Like, so, fuck, what was what was I gonna answer? Oh my god, I just had a brain fart middle.
No,
you were
this
talking-
always happens.
You don't want to politic, and then they're asked
so,
like,
the
what do you mean by politic?
Yeah, so like the politicking aspect was like, I really don't want to like convince somebody what my worth is, and that's mostly what it was going down to. Like, so if I said, yo, my starting price is 300, that's because I'm taking time out of my day to stop my personal projects to do your project, to spend 1-3 days, maybe a week doing your shit. And when it came down to like, even like, for example, somebody saying like, yo, I really fuck with your artwork, I really trust your vision, go ahead and do your thing. Once I send that shit over, yeah, bro, I really like it, but could you do this? I'm like, bro.
Like that defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's like, yo,
that's not
like,
it.
do you like, I'm good with talking to people. I'm like that. I'm really patient, so that doesn't really bother. But that was more like majority of all the conversations that like from it was the same type of conversation, but just different person. And so like I really just got to a point where it's like, I'm gonna just take the L and not really try to sell nobody anything, because I really, at this point, I really just want to make more sense of this shit myself than me trying to sell somebody. I think the sales will come naturally when I am building and really just putting more of my effort just trying to get this shit right, me personally. And that's how it kind of works, because it's like, instead of me trying to be like, yo, bro, you see my artwork, right? Yo, so like you want to buy this shit for like $1,000, $10,000, blah blah blah. Like I really don't want to do that. I like, yo, I got a couple prints, I got some shirts, yo, they're going, like, I don't want to do that. It's
That's interesting.
Yeah, like, so I think if you go into something differently and have a different energy, people will be more receptive to it in a different way. So like when I do one-off things, I really mean like, yo, these are one-off things. I'm not doing it again because I want to move on to the next thing. And that's really how I feel. I really just want to move on to the next thing. And this time, for example, from the new year to this point moving forward, I was doing a little bit of tote bags and a little bit of other things, just selling off of one-offs because
They're fire. Tote bags.
Thank you. So I was doing them for like $100 a piece because they're hand painted by me. Some of them were double-sided. Some of them I was actually just like fucking around with, like actually just experimenting with. And I was like, yo, like if y'all want them, they're $100. Not doing them again. They're hand painted. They're not reprinted. If you're lucky, you get them.
Yeah.
If you don't, hey, wait on to the next thing.
That's a good energy.
And
that's a good energy.
I feel like you should have that as as a business model. Like that's how I build. Like that's how you should build a fan base. I don't know if you guys know about you guys know Makami?
Yes, sir, from New Jersey.
My guy. So did you hear about his business model? Like there was an interview, not an interview, but there was a video about his business model.
I won't tell you that I saw that interview, but I will tell you I noticed, because I really like to study music more than a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So Makami's definitely a favorite. And I noticed how he is one artist. Mm-hmm. We don't know his face. We don't know his real name. We don't know his birthday. Mm-hmm. He owns all his music, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And on Spotify, he's releasing albums that have been out since like 2013 at his time. He's not letting anybody push when he releases his shit. Mm-hmm. He has a lot of control over his name and art.
Exactly. So that's when I realized. So this video what I was watching was like,
we should get him on the podcast now.
No, he's really big.
Like, yeah, he's signed under Westside Guns, like Griselda.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Like, never.
Jay-Z co-signed him. Like he's big.
Oh shit!
Coming
soon.
I believe it.
That would be thank you. That would be awesome.
Put it out there. I believe that. I really hope so. But
yeah,
his model. Well, the narrator who was explaining it in his video was like, Makami sells vinyls. He could have 10 vinyls and sell them all off for $1,000. And people to the regular eye, they'd be like, why is he doing that type of thing? He's like, look, I don't care about having millions of followers. I don't want that. If I can have 1,000 people who are buying $1,000 vinyls, that's $100,000. I'm good.
Yeah.
You understand that? He goes, and the reason for that is because I want to provide quality and not just make quantity of shit.
Yeah.
So like now that these people are, and I look at these people as investors, so they're investing in me so I could give back quality.
Yeah.
So that's how I look. So that's how I started looking at my artwork. So I'm like,
that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. So it's like, cause I always get asked, bro, you should do shirts. Bro, you should do pants. I'm like, that's cool. And I've done it. I've dibbled and I dabbled even way before I was doing, New Hell, way before I was doing that. it's fun, it's cool, but it gets to a point where it's like, all right, realistically, people get hyped for it, they buy it, and they forget about it in a week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You buy a shirt.
Trends come and go.
Yeah.
Real shit.
So I'm like, no, I want to make something that people will always look at and have an infinite amount of time with. So for example, the reason why people are buying my comics $1,000 vinyls is because they could listen to it whenever they fuck they want. They could enjoy it whenever they want. It's infinite happiness with it.
And nobody else has it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And even if they do have it, it's like, bro, I could enjoy this whenever I want to. I'm just as happy as you are. Like, instead of paying like a $350, that's like hourly. That's an hourly thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I started looking at my artwork. I'm like, nah, I don't want to just make shit just to make shit. Like, I want to make shit with the intention that you feel my shit. Like, I don't have to say shit personally, but you look at it and you're like, fuck.
You see all that needs to be said right there.
I feel like when I see your artwork, that's how it hits me.
Yeah.
Like I
Thank
just
you.
like I just see that shit, I'm like,
What's good?
Keep that in there. That's great. I love shit like that.
yeah.
But-
we don't cut shit out. It's the real shit. Break room.
Yo.
Nah, but no cap though. When I see your artwork, yeah, no cap. I really it just like settles with me. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Yeah. But
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, not to cut anybody off. I had two incredible thoughts to share, bro.
Share it.
All right. So one was, I feel like that's definitely how it needs to be seen. Like with me personally, I always remind myself, they're not serving you. You're serving them. Like, especially dealing with social anxiety. That was one thing I had to tell myself. Like, I had a job where I was walking door to door trying to sell some stuff to people.
I know exactly what.
Yeah. I was really a marketer, and I had such a problem with bothering people, like, or feeling like I was bothering people. Once they tell me no, I'm out, and that's like the worst thing with the
As a
job.
marketer,
Like
you gotta
that.
keep going. Like,
Yeah.
bro, just fucking leave, my
And-
nigga. Damn.
Right. And something I learned, somebody had told me, was you are not annoying them. You're trying to help them. And like everything just, because when I heard that, I'm like, yo, this is how I need to see life. Like,
But can I give you another retrospective question that my art teacher told me?
yeah, bro.
All right. So you guys have a podcast. Obviously, we are. Hello, everybody. Break room.
Yeah.
So the question I want to ask you guys, and take as long as y'all need. There's about
I like how you're asking us questions.
Yeah, we need that. We
very
need that.
artistic shit, man. This is the shit that he asked me, and I was like, bro. And meanwhile, everyone else in the class was really getting uptight and like personal about it. So look, there's about 1,000 other podcasts like you guys. What is it about you guys that are different from the rest?
Well, I feel that answer is very clear, actually. You know, first off, when people don't usually ask me what this is, but if I get into a conversation where I'm telling somebody about it, it's, bro, we're called the break room because of the fact that in a regular job, people aren't usually allowed to talk and chill until they get in the break room.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the sense we like to give to people. We like people to feel like they're in a comfortable space. They could talk about whatever they want and really show how their mind works, really show who they are. And that's why I like to get people like you with a mind of their own who could talk about all this stuff, because it's like a trade-off in a way. It's like every time we see a person like you or meet a person like you and record, it's like your people watch this and then my people watch this and Thomas people watch it and everybody gets appreciated. It's like a collaboration. I really love the idea of collaborations.
Amen to that.
Very
Right.
well said. That was really good said.
So yeah,
I asked that because it's a very important question for anybody who's doing anything and anything they want to start. What is it about you that sets you apart from the rest? Because there's a lot of fucking people out there, not just you, that are doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
What is it about you? Why do we have to pay attention to you? You know what I'm
And
saying?
besides the fact of what Darian said, like where the name break room came from and like what it means, also like something me and Darian have talked about is that our LLC is Break Room Media. So eventually, like, we are a media company at the end of the day. Like, we produce content, and at the end of the day, we want to acquire other podcasts. We want to make this a platform and a stepping stone to create other things, like, and own other things.
yeah. It's
Amen.
bro.
Like, oh, we could come here for this, but like we have merch here, we know contacts over here, we have a Rolodex of, oh yeah, we have artists, we have you know what I mean? Like we are a one-stop shop eventually for bigger things.
Yeah. And it's you know, in my perspective, it's really all about collaboration. Like people live their lives trying to separate, and that's good because we all need to separate in some form, but it's almost like too much effort and thought is put into this when we were meant to interact with others. We were meant to learn off other people.
Mm-hmm.
And people try to fight that, but the less you fight it, the more you know and the more you could do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a platform where I'm allowed to talk, Thomas is allowed to talk, and anybody who comes in is allowed to talk.
Mm-hmm.
That, and it's also having to do with young people. It's not all young people that are on this, but it's definitely all people that are not seen by enough people yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have a dream to be very big. Do you?
Man, I just want to be good, man. I just want to make sure I did something that was worthwhile in my lifetime, man.
And I think that's big. You feel me?
Word.
Big is what you say it is, because you could say you're big because 5 million people say it, but there's been a lot of people who...
Yeah, but that don't mean shit if I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at the end of the
Exactly.
day, like it's big for you could be like 10, 20, but if you're still at 5 or 1 mil,
Yeah.
that's not big enough. You feel me?
Like there's... It's all about loving yourself.
Amen.
Because if...
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And being confident in knowing what you offer.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were just saying, really. Because there could be so much people that love you, but if you don't love you, then shrug.
who cares? What's the point? Like, why are you
Yeah.
even doing
Yeah,
this?
bro. Like I said, bro, if you ain't shit to you, then who you gonna be shit to?
But that was a very, very interesting question, and I would like to turn it on you.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, ain't shit different. Ain't shit that I'm doing different, man. Like, what it makes me about different is like I'm not really here to prove shit to anybody but myself.
Right.
That's the whole point.
Definitely.
I'm really here just to write my fucking, write my scripture, write my, do what I have to do, and then die.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so depressing, but like straight up.
Nah, that
like, I'm gonna die. So when I die, bro, you have something to look back on. Everybody has something to remember me by. Whether you bought something, whether I gave you something, whether whatever, like, or whether I helped you in some type of way or showed you any type of love. Whether it was me giving you money because you needed help with something, or whether it's me buying you food, whether it's me smoking you out, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to just be able to have the end in mind, just like, yo, like I somewhat positively impact somebody just by me coming as I am as an individual and just being,
You.
authentically me. Like I'm not nobody else. I don't have an alter ego. I don't have a internet personality. I'm as transparent as I am on the gram, as I am on fucking Twitter, as I am on fucking real life. Like
Yeah.
I'm a very social person, but at the same time, I'm a naturally reserved person. But the difference between me and everyone else is that I'm not selling you shit. I'm not putting a fucking gimmick up. I'm not sitting here and trying to like tell you why I'm so deep and profound. It's none of that shit. It's either you fuck with me or you don't. It is cool either way. I still respect you humbly.
And you're still gonna do you.
Yeah, I'm still gonna do what the fuck makes me happy, because that's just what it is that makes me happy. I love art. I love cartoons. I love video games. I don't go out.
Yeah.
That's just me.
And I noticed you said how
That's
you
beautiful.
Exactly.
agreed.
I don't need too much to make me happy, and I've realized that. Like I've been around different rooms and shit. Like photography, bro. Before I was doing art, I've been around really rich people. I've been in cars, certain cool cars. I've been in rooms and shit. Then I've been in with people who didn't have shit. I've been in but all that shit has made me very grateful, because it's like, damn, like these are different walks of life and their happiness comes in different forms, and it's like, wow, this is a very beautiful thing.
It's
like,
something to see. Yeah.
And it teaches you early on, like, oh, okay, maybe I actually don't really care about the cool cars.
No.
Oh, like I like this. I don't really care about that.
Yeah. No, seriously.
That's good, because you could be working all your life. If you did, let's say you never been inside a Lambo, right?
Yeah.
That's the cool car you're talking about. And like you work all this hard for you to finally get a Lambo, and the second you get the Lambo, you're just like, all right, that's cool. But like next
damn,
week,
this shit fucking sucks. Damn, the maintenance.
I don't even know how to
bitch
use
is
this shit,
terrible.
like-
The
Yeah.
transmission is garbage. What the fuck?
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you find some shit out like that, like, hey, it must suck. It must suck.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah. But I don't know.
And you were saying something?
Oh yeah, no, I really wasn't gonna say anything, but just like, it doesn't make the difference between me and everyone else is like I get it in this day and age where it's like, you gotta put up a front, you gotta put yourself out there and make yourself look like you're doing something important and shit. I'm like, bro, like, I live in my mom's crib, bro. I ain't important. I still drive a Toyota, bro. I make art out of my mom's crib for now until I get my own spot. Like, y'all fuck with me because I'm really authentically me at the end of the day. The reason why everyone feels is they're attracted to my art is because they have their own personal connection. That's who I do it for, because I myself am going through my own personal trauma, and I'm not afraid to tell y'all and show y'all through my paintings. I can write the shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person who could sit here and be like vulnerable and, off camera and like tell you all my shit. I could tell you, but I could show you better than I could tell you.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between me and everyone else, at least from my perspective, is like I'm not sitting here and trying to like make you seem like I'm cool as fuck or like you got to rub shoulders with me, bro. Like I'm a regular ass person. I just
You don't gotta pretend.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Because why? Because I want some fucking validation. Why are we? That's the problem with today, bro. Everyone's doing a lot of shit for validation of other people, but it's like you need to validate yourself.
For sure.
And that's what's really important. That's what's gonna separate you from everyone else, bro. Like you can't sit here and seek validation from other people because you're gonna be chasing all that shit. That's a very sheep mentality. You have to be a leader on your own, bro.
Right.
Like how do you? Because a lot of people nowadays don't even know what the fuck they want. So what the fuck are you like chasing all this validation for?
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You need to put your fucking foot down and be able to like, I'm gonna create this realm for myself. It may not be cool right now. It may not be respected, but in due time, give us a couple times, you'll get the flowers.
Yeah, definitely.
For real, like that's what I've learned, and that just genuinely just being around all my other friends, just seeing what the fuck they're doing, bro. Like just recently, like my boy at the event, my boy Salvatore Miguelon, my boy Miggy, bro. He's the hardest fucking worker that I've ever met, bro.
Really?
Hardest fucking worker, the best artist, bro. On a technical aspect, better than me, and I will fully admit he was telling me, pull me aside and be like, yo, don't be saying that type of shit like that. But I'm like, nah, bro. Technical, you're the best fucking artist. Yo, you're the only dude I know who really like I physically watch you and just like get to it. Like, yo, you really draw on shirts with like no fucking up, barely fucking up. You're painting all these wrestling shit. You painted,
Yo, those paintings were crazy. I didn't know whose they were.
That was him.
Right. Wow. That's
all the
crazy.
Shirts, all the prints, all like him, bro. He is a hard fucking work. And those are people like that I like to be around. Those are the type of people that ground me.
Do you have a picture of those paintings by any chance?
Yeah, I do. I got them over there. I'm not going to get up and walk.
Yeah, no. I'm going to need you to send me that later. Yeah.
Bro, it's just being around him. Like, those are the type of people I like being around because it's like, yo, they don't care about, he doesn't care about trying to be like in the in crowd. And he like, yo, the people, like, I don't know if you remember his, like, the family, his one of his brother came in with long hair, another one came in. Bro, they're all dope as fuck. And people would not know that because social validation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they don't have the following. But bro, little do you know, like, his cousin Taylor's pants, his cousin, like, make clothes. Like, his brother does film. Like, yo, y'all would never know that because y'all are too hell-bent on, like, someone's follower count.
Right.
Or someone's like, oh, because they're not referencing you, or because someone at, you know what I'm saying, someone at the store is not vouching for them. Like, bro, I'm going to tell you, yo, these are the people you really want to talk to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck a follower count. Fuck all their social status shit. Yo, these dudes, get with them.
Definitely.
Like, I promise you. Like,
for sure.
But all that to say, like, he grounds me because it's like, yo, he'll tell me, like, yo, your shit sucks. Get better, bro. Like, all right, bet.
That ass?
Yeah.
I love that. Actually.
Yeah, I love when people tell us that.
I love when people, I would rather someone tell me, yo, your shit fucking sucks. Get better. Got you, homie.
Right.
Yeah, but don't get disrespectful with it. But
yeah, like, don't get disrespectful. But like, I
like the criticism. When it's like,
I mean, like, if you're gonna get disrespectful, be funny about it. But because I'm very open to that type of shit. But like, you know what I'm saying? But be honest with it. Like, don't tell me my shit is fire. Like, I don't like people who tell, like, I'm not saying I don't like it, but like, I don't like when people tell me like, yo, constantly, yo, your shit is so fire, blah blah blah. You're my inspiration. Thank you, I appreciate it, but like, where's the constructive criticism? Like, be honest, bro. Like, come on, be real with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I want to get better. Like, I love, like, I like
to hear it real.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing I'm really coming to understanding as the platform grows and shit. Like, I don't want yes men around me. I want people to be like, yo, like, you're kind of fucking up, or yo, like, you're kind of like getting distracted. Like, yo, like, you know, sit down, buckle up, and really like get to it. Like, you really got some more shit. This is a long road. You still got longevity, bro. Like, get to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the type of people I want to be around with.
Like I usually like when I hear something very real that might make me feel uncomfortable or whatever, because usually I'm doing that to myself. Like I'm giving myself criticism. Usually somebody could be complimenting me and the whole time I got a whole different picture in my head. Like I know what I want to fix in it. You know what I'm
I have
saying?
a question though. Have you ever been in a room, as an example, I'm just gonna throw a random like create a scenario. Have you ever been in a room, for example, with someone who's like, I guess, clouded up and they're making music and like everyone's like, yeah, bro, this is fire, and then you're like the only oddball in the room is like, yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of looks at you like, bro, why are you hating?
I'll be honest.
Like,
I've actually gotten like a lot of recommendations from my boys or something like, yo, you should put this nigga on, like his shit hard, like he got a whole lot of followers. I'm like,
you're just like,
yeah, I'm like, bro, honestly,
But is the work good?
It's
yeah,
like
it's
it's
music hit though?
Translate.
like I could be really picky, you know,
That's
cause
good to be picky. Bro.
yeah,
Continue to be picky. Fuck what anyone has to say. The one thing I don't like is like that shit that's like, yeah, bro, my boy he got all these followers, bro. He could get you like Mac. I'm like, yo, but like, niggas work sucks.
yeah,
I don't like it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's cool, I guess, but it's not my cup of tea.
And like
You know?
me personally, I do want to be acknowledged. I do want to be appreciated, you know, but I won't force it. I won't force the turn up. Shout out to Ezra.
People will respect you because of that. Like they may give you some
Naturally.
shit for it, but they will respect you because, like, oh, you know, he's honest though. At least he's fucking honest.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I would rather people fuck with me because I'm honest and mean than sugarcoating. Like, yeah, bro, like this is the greatest episode.
Yeah.
Bro, this is going viral. Like, oh my god, I don't like that. Like, yo, tell me that shit sucks, bro. Just tell them the shit sucks. Tell them you don't like it. Tell them what they could do better. I mean, don't be a dick about it, but be honest. Like, yo, like I don't like it. I don't like the way you came in. Could you like, you know, this sounds better if you did that. Or, you know, just, you know what I'm saying. I'm just adding to the example.
Makes it way easier for everybody.
Yeah.
But sometimes, do you feel like you struggle with telling people what it is? Like, you see their work, it's your boy. He just said, yo, I worked 10 hours on this.
Hell no. Because as my boy Miguel, for example, he'll send me music because he makes music too. You know, he'll send me music and sometimes I just don't reply because it's like, no, straight up, I'll be honest. Like, yo, I really ain't shit. Like, I'm genuinely not shit for it. But, you know, if he, you know, there's some in the bunch where he'll send me and I'll be like, oh, there, you know, I actually like this one. You know, I don't really like this, but I like the fact that you keep going. I love the fact that you keep going, and that's all that matters. Because if you think it's good, fuck my opinion.
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to. Like
Facts.
and that's literally all I say. Like if I say, for example, like if you made a song, right, and he likes it, but I don't, I'd be like, yo, I don't like it personally. I don't like the way you came in. I feel like the timing of it, maybe your voice, the voice to the beat doesn't really match up. But other than that, if you really like it and you still want to put it out, fuck my opinion. It's my unpopular opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how I feel about it. But just take that as you will. That's it. That's it.
See, that's a good way to look at it. And I feel like, you know, we could be blinded by our feelings a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It's just hard sometimes.
You gotta take things with a grain of salt sometimes.
Yeah, like this person actually told me. We could think, wow, this person told me my shit sucks, or we could think, wow, this person really told me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Is the glass half full or half empty? It's all in perspective.
Perspective is
Quite simply.
Thing, man.
Yo, I got another question.
Go ahead. I may have an answer.
So, when do you feel like you'll know, like, damn, like, you know what, like, I actually kind of did it. Like, I'm an artist, and I'm like, this is like, what would it be like when you have a billboard, like a crazy mural, when you got your mom a crib? Like, when do you feel like you'll be able to say, like, damn, like,
Yeah, when would you
Like-
feel accomplished?
like, fuck anything else, no matter what. Like, I know at the end of the day, if I were to die tomorrow, like, I actually did what I said I was gonna do, and I became an artist.
Bro, the day... Man,
That's a good-ass question.
It's never really... It's not on some, like, material wealth. It's never
Yeah.
really on some, like, having billboards. Because I know I'm going to have billboards. I know I'm going to be, like... I just have this feeling that I'm going to be, like, on some random shit, a voice actor. Because I feel like I have a voice for it. I feel like...
Same.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be on, like, some random billboards for, like, clothing brands for some odd fucking reason. Don't know why. But I know I made it when I could just give my mom and my aunt bread and be like, well, mostly my mom, just give my mom bread and be like, look, you ain't got to, like, I told you. That's it. I told you.
Yeah.
All those times of me in your living room fucking up your table with mad paint, fucking up the wall with paint and shit. Like, it's paid off.
Yeah.
You're good. That's it. Like, yeah, mom, I got a billboard. Yeah, I got statues, but as long as she's taken care of and everyone else in my family is taken care of, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't care about anyone else. I don't like. Obviously, I care about people, but I don't care about anything else but like my immediate family.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
straight up. Like, I'm not doing it for nobody else. I'm just doing it for them and just doing it for myself and my angel, my mom's ex, Caesar.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was really my like backbone into a lot of my creativity and shit.
Yeah.
Oh really? Like how? Like what would you say?
So, like
he inspired you or he put you onto stuff?
No. So brief history. These are his rings that these are the only like memorabilia that I have of him.
Yeah.
So this ring in particular, he gave this to my mom. Like not, I think it was proposed, kind of proposed, because it has like my birthday on it. Like in 2004, I wasn't born in 2004, but he gave this around the time before he passed on for having a tumor behind his eye before he went back to DR. Yeah. He would like my mom was very, like I said, she was very work oriented, very hardworking woman. So she didn't really think that like being creative is money's involved to that. So he was more like the guy. He was more like, even though he was like a stepfather figure, he was more of a father figure to me in my eyes because he was always very pushing me to like express myself. He was very like for me to be open about it. Like,
Yeah.
like, yo, you want to play GameCube with me? Cool, let's play GameCube, man. You want to do that? Come on, let's do that. You want to make a paper plane? Yo, what do you want? Like, he was very open. Like, he pushed me to be that.
That's tough.
Yeah. So for me, looking that up before he passed away, it traumatized me. It still does, but it traumatized me because it was like, damn, like, there was the only dude in my life, the only father figure in my life that really pushed me to really like allow me to be who I really, really wanted to be growing up. And I took that as like, yo, I got to do this for you. And he was really the reason, he was really the blueprint for New Hell to came to be, because before I drew the characters, I was drawing like the circle with the faces, but I drew the whole body. Like I drew a whole picture in my whole sketchbook with him, like a picture of me and him, like he was holding me like as if like he was my own. Like he really embraced me. He really embraced me. Just like I feel like he knew what I was gonna be way before like it even happened.
Like he saw it in you before you saw it in yourself.
Yeah,
Had the
and
vision.
I loved him for that, and I really loved the type of character he was, because even though he was going through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering behind closed doors, going through the chemotherapy, going just through all this bullshit, he never showed me an ounce of pain. Never.
You never saw it in him.
Never. My earliest memories of him was him laying on the bed and coming off from chemotherapy, and like me visibly seeing how much like he was very uncomfortable. But the minute he saw me, yo, the brightest fucking smile that lit up the whole room, bro. And I shed tears to this day about it. Like, birthdays don't feel the same without him, like all that. But like, he never showed that. And I loved him for that. Because he taught me a lot and that's really what New Hell is like, no matter what, all the pain and all the bullshit he's going through, like he's still able to find the heaven. Like he just created that serenity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I loved him for that shit. Like, and that's what I do it for.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm living through that through him, and kind of like giving him through him. I mean, he's living through me, and I'm trying to give that to my mom. Like, I'm trying to like yo, like this
Let
is
it
what
out.
like this is what he wanted me to do for you. Like, this is what he would want.
Facts.
Not what you want, but this is what he would want. And I'm living through him for that.
Right.
That's real shit.
That's powerful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my guy for real, man. I love him. Like I that's why I feel so protected. That's why I feel so blessed that people really like come out the woodworks and really open up about the way they feel and the shit that they go through because of their artwork. And that's like, yo, like little do you know, like I'm going through the same shit. But
Right.
I'm not really telling you, but
I am telling you in a way.
Yeah. And that's really like what it kind of was, like early stages way before I was even doing this shit.
Yeah.
That's my God. Rest in peace, man.
Facts, bro. Rest in peace, Caesar. Rest in peace, Caesar.
Facts.
I tend to think in that way too. Like really kind of sentimental. I hold value to things that could be so little to anybody else. Like when I was a kid, for example, my dad is actually a reformed drug addict. So it was always around me. Like I would always see certain things, but as a kid, I didn't know shit that was going on. Like he tells me he went to over 30 rehabs in his lifetime.
God.
And I've seen him at rehabs, but I just thought it was the hospital. Like he fell down and busted his lip or
Yeah,
some
'cause
shit.
you know, you're impressionable at that age.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whenever I would see him, sometimes he would be gone for a month, some months. And I would just think he's at the hospital getting better. And then he would come back and he would always greet me with like the biggest smile. And it's like, things like that, they have a staple in your mind and everything you do. And I actually feel like that's part of the reason you're very confident, because there's more to this than what everybody else is looking at it for.
Bro, this art shit is bigger than me.
It's bigger than life.
This podcast is bigger than you guys. Then you know it. And
Yeah.
You have to have that mindset. Like, yo, this is bigger. Once you realize that, bro, everything else opens up for you.
The world.
This podcast is literally bigger than me. Like more followers and everything than me. Like it's crazy.
You just made a new Instagram.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I hate that. That's gotta suck.
Right, bro.
And it sucks, but personally, I don't really care. Like this is really like Breaking was really what I like.
This is his Instagram.
Yeah, this is really what I like. Like this is what makes me happy.
Yeah. No.
Like fuck, I don't care if I get like 10 likes on my personal. I want like the focus on that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's beautiful, bro. As long as you put that soul focus, bro, it's gonna translate. Anything that you do is gonna take a while for people to catch up. And regardless,
That is.
And regardless, like even if you're not doing it for people, but whatever that you do, like the minute that you stray away from the path of what everyone else is on, I think the audios would cut out when I did that.
It was cool.
But the minute you stray away from the pack, people are gonna look at you like, oh, what I'm saying, and then you know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for an example, you tell everybody about this one artist, and then 2 years later, everyone's on the artist,
Right.
and now you're looking at them like,
Fuck you.
yeah, y'all are some fucking, you know what? Hey, yo, go ahead, enjoy it. Bro.
Yeah. That's how I know I'm cool though, because
Yeah.
y'all fucking with it now.
Yeah, and then they look at you like, man, no, bro, I've been doing like, oh,
Word.
right. But like 6 months ago, you was just saying he was whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's funny. The one thing about those tables turn, right?
Yeah, word.
Like,
But
Tables do turn.
that's how it is for everyone on their path, bro. So like anyone out there who's doing what they're supposed to do, bro, yo, keep at it. I know it fucking sucks right now, whatever that you're doing, but yo, you gotta learn how not to give up. You gotta learn persistence. Everything is all repetition, no matter what it is. Whether you're practicing your shot in the court, whether it's getting better at creative writing, whether it's doing podcasting, whether it's doing drawing, everything is all repetition. Like you have to keep repeating it, not repeating it, but you have to keep
Working, practicing, yeah, skill.
What's next?
It's a
What's
skill you
next?
got to keep
What's
developing.
next?
Yeah, because there's always room to grow, and don't ever think that you're too good for shit. Don't ever think that you're too much of an ace, because that's not the case, bro. Even the best of people are still learning.
facts.
Yeah,
Those
the best of people always are learning.
Yeah, and
That's
the minute you keep yourself open, once you open yourself to the frequency of learning and being open to receive more knowledge, I'm telling you, that's when more opportunities and more things start to happen for you. You can't act like you know it all. I don't know shit. I still don't know shit. If I
Right.
go back into photography, there's still things in photography that I still don't fucking know. There's still things that I'm still working with. Like if I'm in a studio using artificial lighting, still don't know, but I work with what I got. You know what I'm saying? There's still more things in art that I still don't fucking know. Like there's still like mediums that I still haven't touched yet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I'm not gonna act like, oh, well, I'm good in this area. I'm not gonna ever touch that. Like,
Right.
nah, be open to that shit. Even if you come to find out afterwards this is not your cup of tea, that's fine. At least you
At
know.
least you tried.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly. And that's all that counts.
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
Like, I didn't want to, I don't know how much of a deviant or how much this will deviate, but I feel like personally for me, I was always the type of person like you where like in business, I don't need to advertise myself. I don't need to say this and that to get people going. I don't need to say what somebody wants me to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So back to that job again, I feel like it actually helped me to see a kind of beauty in business because of how much parts of yourself.
Yep. Pick up the mic a little bit.
Yeah. Because of how much parts of yourself it makes, well, me personally, how much parts it makes me fight. Like, damn, I don't want to say this shit again. They already said no. They're already giving me this face before I even said what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but I got to keep going.
Yeah.
And it translates. Everything in this life, I feel, translates in some funny ass way.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's up to you what you'll let those things do to you. Like, will you let this put you down? Will you let it make you keep going? Will you let it push you more to be who you are?
Hard times create experiences, and good times are memories. You know what I'm saying? I think that makes sense. I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Nah, I know. I forgot the saying, but something like that. It's like
something like that.
hard times make like good people or
No,
something.
no, no. Hard times create are learning experiences. Like you learn from your hard times, and then actual like when you're having good times, that's just creating memories. I forget. I literally saw that shit 2 days ago.
Something sweet like that.
Some shit sweet like
Some
that.
cool little fairy tale thing like that. No, but you know.
And on that note, or do you got a question?
Yeah, it was actually the last question I had for you today.
Ooh, go ahead. Come on. Let's make it.
It's nothing crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really nothing crazy.
Damn.
I actually just was because you were talking about alter egos earlier. You said something very little about alter egos.
Yeah.
And I know how you have an artist name that you brought up at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
It's ojigys, correct?
Yeah. It's Jiggies.
Jiggies.
But it's, you know, I don't have the fucking name yet, but
Right.
I just went along with it. All right, cool, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was just some freestyle shit too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because look.
I had a feeling. I really had a feeling.
You know where the name really came from?
Oh
Where?
yeah, we should have asked that. Like, where'd the name come from?
Right.
Look, so the name came from
At the club.
to all my nerds out there. So
Yo, no hesitation, bro.
no hesitation. No hesitation. So I used to play a lot of Call of Duty.
Okay.
Still do. You know, catch me on Warzone, get your ass kicked.
Respectfully.
You gotta drop the name for the people.
Jiggies, that's my name.
Oh shit.
Right.
That's my PSN name. But that's really where it came from. That's my PlayStation name.
And
Really?
you just
Bro,
What-
How'd you,
should I make mine?
how'd you think of it for your PlayStation?
so now my boy way back, so we used to do not competitive sniping, but we used to like go on Modern Warfare 3 lobbies, Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, and get like try to stack kills and shit. Like, so like, get the feed going, and then we get clips and then try to go do from montages. So he was like, yo, why don't you like, let me make you a name. And so therefore when I like, so you have a clean name. So therefore it looks good when it stacks the kill feed, and then, whatever. So I was like, all right, cool. So he was like, so he comes back. He's like, yo, I found you an OG name. He was like, what? I was like, it's Jiggies. I was like, oh.
and it's a tough name.
I was
Yeah.
like, I like that, low key. I was like, yeah, that reminds me of Banjo Kazooie. Like, that's what they used to collect. The puzzle pieces were Jiggies.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I was like, yo, that's actually fire. I like that. So then ever since, that's just how it became. Like back in the PS3 days and shit, I was used to be on Modern Warfare 3. I still got the clips to this day, bro. Like on my PS3, I just gotta hook my shit up.
Facts.
That's where it came from. And then ever since then, that just became my Instagram name. And then that's just like, then when I started doing art, I was just like, I mean, I'm too lazy to change it. I don't feel like doing all this extra shit. I can't even use my real name, so I'm just put it that way. And that's how it came to be. And then now everyone's like, oh, it's Jiggies. That's old Jiggies. No, just call me Julius, man.
Facts.
Cool.
Facts. And like I feel like the best artist names are made with the simplest types of stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like the simplest types of stories follow right behind, because like that's a perfect example. Me personally, when I immerse myself more into like artistry and creating more of my own stuff,
Yeah.
I already know what my name would be. It'll be Aryan. It's my name without a D. And there's actually a lot of interesting history behind the name.
Yeah.
But I will leave people to look that up. And that definitely probably concludes this. We're very thankful that you came on.
Yeah,
Very
for real,
thankful
bro.
you guys-
Really appreciate you coming.
No, I'm grateful that you guys allowed me to come here and, sit here and talk some shit with y'all. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? Like,
facts.
It's a great fucking pleasure to be here and amongst other creatives, like-minded individuals that, you know what I'm saying, are on the same type of frequency that I'm on, and, vice versa. And it's just beautiful to finally see other people, come together. I know we're in a state, and well, not really in the state, but we're in an area where it's kind of hard for people, not hard, but a lot of people have like,
People make it hard.
yeah, because, they're too cool, or it might affect their little like ego, or, oh, you know how it goes. You know how this shit.
Yeah.
How
That fuck shit.
Yeah. That fuck shit. You know how people get when it comes to like these, like, oh, it doesn't really fit with my aesthetic. It doesn't fit with this. Bro,
Facts.
we all here for the same reason. At the end of the day, we're all here for the same purpose. We're not trying to be regular. We're all not regular. We all have the same goals, at least for the most part, we have the same goals outside of what we're trying to do, outside of our normal day-to-day lives and shit. We're all trying to do something bigger and trying to do something better with ourselves. And it's very important that we create the community and do it now while we have the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of shit going on here. A lot of all the shit is up north. A lot of shit is in New York, and nobody really wants to do that shit no more.
Right.
Nobody wants to go out there and travel, so why not, have it over here?
Yeah, have it where you can. Just do it wherever. You know what I'm saying?
It's very important.
You can spend this was definitely a main theme of today's episode, but you could spend your whole life saying, oh, I can't do that because of this. Oh, I can't do that because of that. I don't have enough money for this. Figure out how you're going to get you some money for it. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I've learned, I know we're supposed to end it, but the one thing I've learned, bro, for someone who didn't have a lot of money, like I said, and it goes back to the photography aspect, bro. I've traveled to California. I've traveled to Las Vegas. I've traveled to many places. Like I said, been in different rooms with little to no money. I don't even know how the fuck I've even met people that I met. And I'm not even going to sit here and tell you who I met. But the shit that I was able to create is phenomenal, with like having $600, $300 to my name, being 500 fucking miles somewhere else.
Yeah.
And the one thing I've learned is like, yo, if there's a will, there's a fucking way. There's no fucking way that you can tell me otherwise. I've done even fast forward painted with little to no money. And the shit that you be seeing in the storefront, the shit that you be seeing when I post it, the shit that you be seeing, like the digital 3D shit, little to no bread.
Facts.
And that's because I've come with the intention, like, yo, I actually have a vision and I'm willing to work with you. And then when that time comes, when I do have the bread, I'm paying you. But if I could do something now for you, let me know. Like, I could still show that love. It doesn't have to be currency. It doesn't have to be like, yo, if you know what I'm saying? Like, I could point you in the direction of someone who knows something that you may not know. Or I could put you in the direction of somebody, that has a talent, or not a talent, has something that you're not very skilled on just yet, but they could do it for now. You know what I'm saying? If there's a will, there's a way.
Definitely.
And that's really the power of the mind. Like, yo, you could get shit done with little to nothing.
Yep.
Like I'm so grateful that I'm not rich right now.
Me too.
I'm so grateful that I'm not clouded up right now. You know why?
Yeah.
It's because I've done so much crazy work, so much things with little to nothing. Like, I've painted without an easel. I've been painting on the floor for 2 years.
Wow.
It just shows how hungry you are for it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like, yo, I've met people, took photos of people who I never thought I was going to meet. I've created work with people who I've never thought I was going to create work with. I've met people I've never thought, like, bro, it's really all in the power of your mind. If you believe that you can do it, bro, some God, spirit, whoever that you believe in is going to put you into that position.
Yeah.
And it's really just the art of just getting into that flow state, the art of just doing, bro. And it happens. It happens.
You did want to talk about that flow state.
Yo, flow state, really just in short, just flow state is just being, flow state is just being in the creative, is the Tao moment. So the Tao is just, no, I think I'm saying that completely backwards. I think I'm saying it backwards.
Damn, you got to episode 6. We still on episode 1, Brody.
No, the state of flow is really just blocking everything out around you and just being in the center of now, like just being in the moment now. Like, you're not worried about who's messaging you on Instagram. You're not worried about what your parents say. You're not worried about anything. You're more focused on the work that's in front of you, that's happening right here, right now. And that's the state of flow.
Right.
And it's very easy to break the state of flow because, obviously outside distraction, but you can minimize those distractions and it's easier to get into the state of flow. I'll send you all the links to these videos, bro. Like, this is all I watch.
Yo, definitely. But basically it's really simple when you put it all in one. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's like all these like in-depth, like 20-minute videos, but it's really just simple. Like, yo, like cut off all distractions. Just make sure you create your own environment for you to be into the state of flow. That's it. Like, you create your best work when you're in the state of flow. And that's what the flow is.
We'll definitely talk about that a little more. But for now, thank you for coming to the break room.